Hello everyone, so today we continue with our Panchatantra. If you remember in the previous vlog, we've mentioned that our Panchatantra aims to teach us through stories, wisdom in life. It also hopes that as we listen to the stories, we get to be wiser as we make decisions in life, considering not just ourselves, but also the society and the people that we love. So again, Panchatantra is associated with Vishnu Sharma, the sage who was asked by King Amarasakti to teach his three sons who would soon become the leaders of their kingdom, as these three sons are more concerned of pleasures, and as the literature would put it, they really needed guidance so that when they are in the throne already, they would be wise and considerate of the needs of the kingdom. Hundreds of years ago, there lived a king of Amarasakti who had three sons. These three princes were not just foolish, they also hated studying. So seeing this, their father had decided to ask a wise old man named Vishnu Sharman or Vishnu Sharma. And so he had taken the task of educating this princess through his intelligent living or the niti. If you remember in the previous vlog, we have mentioned niti already. Okay, and then our Panchatantra had started with the lines, whoever learns the work by heart or through the storyteller's art becomes acquainted, his life by sad defeat, although the King of Heaven be his foe, is never tainted. So this poem would basically tell us of the importance of wisdom. Later we would see that through the stories, indeed, it hopes to teach us things that aren't just written on the book, but are learned through experience. As we begin our story, I hope you have already liked, subscribed, and shared our channel, The Leaf Meat. So here goes. We will be tackling the two-headed weaver, the story that is found in the Panchatantra. In a certain place, there lived a weaver by the name of Mantharaka, which means the simpleton. Simpleton means someone who is really simple. One day, while weaving cloth, the wooden pieces on his loom broke. He took an axe and set forth to find some wood. He found a large sisal tree at the ocean shore and said aloud, "Now this is a large tree. If I fell it, I would have wood enough for all my weaving tools." Having thus thought it through, he raised his axe to begin cutting. However, a spirit lived in this tree, and he said, "Listen, this is my home, and it must be spared in any event, because I like it here, where my body can be stroked by the cool breezes that blow in from the ocean's wave." Having heard the sisal tree, Mantharaka is now all attention. And so he conversed with the tree, saying, "Then what am I to do? If I don't find a good tree, my family will starve. You will have to go somewhere else. I'm going to cut it down." You see, this practice is also reflected in the Filipino culture. Our ancestors, or even this modern time, we ask for permission to the spirits from the spirits living in the tree, especially when we're going to cut it down. We ask them to transfer to another place so that their family also would be fine. Okay, so let's continue. The spirit answered, "Listen, I am at your service. Ask whatever you would like, but spare this tree." So, The weaver, being a simpleton, had said, "If that is what you want, then I will go home and ask my friend and my wife. And when I return, you must give me what I ask for." The spirit promised, and the weaver went home. He was very, very happy, thinking that soon he will have whatever he wants. On his way home, in the city, he met the barber, his friend, and said, "Wait, pare," or it's like, "Hey friend, I have gained control over a spirit. Tell me, what should I demand from him?" "Oh," the barber said, "my dear friend, if that is so, then you should demand a kingdom. You could be a king, and I would be your prime minister. And we two would first enjoy the pleasures of this world, and then those of the next one. For they say, a prince who piously gives to others, so someone who is generous, achieves fame in this world, and through these good deeds he will arrive in heaven equal to the gods themselves." Ooh, what an ambition! Equaling oneself to the god, no? So anyway, let's continue. The weaver spoke. "Friend, so be it. But let me ask my wife first." But then the barber said, "One should never ask women for advice. They also say a wise man gives women food, clothing, jewelry, and above all, the duties of marriage. But he never asks for their advice. And further, that house must perish where a woman, a gambler, or a child is listened to. And a man will advance and be loved by worthy people as long as he does not secretly listen to women. Women think only of their own advantage, or of their own desires, even if they love only their own son. Still, he will serve their wishes." "Well," the weaver said, "I know, friend, you're speaking the truth, but you see, I really have to go and see my wife first." Mantharacka thanked his friend the barber and hurriedly went home, and he spoke to his wife. "Dear one, today I have gained control over a spirit who will grant me one wish. Hence, I have come to ask for your advice. Tell me, what should I ask for?" "My friend the barber thinks that I should request a kingdom." She answered, "Oh, son of your excellence, what do barbers understand?" Ah, so the wife and the barber have the same, reaction to one another. The barber thinks she should not be asked. The woman thinks the barber should not be asked. So let's continue. "You should never do what they say. After all, it is stated, a reasonable person will no sooner take advantage from dancers, singers, the low-born, barbers, or children, than from beggars. Furthermore, a king's life is an unending procession of annoyances. He must constantly worry about friendships, animosities, wars, servants, defense alliances, and duplicity. Ha! He never gets a moment's rest, because anyone who wants to rule must prepare his spirit for misfortune. Ouch! The same container that is used for salt can also be used to pour out bad luck. Never envy the life of a king." The weaver said, "Oh, wife, you are right. But what should I ask for?" OMG, this man. No? So she continued, "You can now work on only one piece of cloth at a time. That is barely enough to pay for necessities. You should ask for another pair of arms and second hand, so that you can work on two pieces of cloth at once, one in front of you and one behind you." OMG, can you imagine that? "We can sell the one for household necessities, and you can use the money from the second one for other things. You will thus gain the praise of your relatives, and you will make gains in both worlds." Imagine, the barber and the wife are thinking of the gains so that he can go to heaven. But what will Mantharacka too. So let's continue. Excitedly he exclaimed, "Dear good wife, you are really faithful and good. You have spoken well, and that is what I would ask the spirit to give me." So with that, he happily went to the spirit, and so that his will be known. "Listen," he said, "if you fulfill my wish and give me another pair of hands and another head, I would be so happy." But his wish wasn't finished yet. And automatically the spirit had given him what he had asked for. Now he is two-headed and four-armed. Rejoicing, he returned home. But oh! When the people saw him, they thought he were the demon, and so they beat him with sticks and stones until he fell over and died. Yes, Mantharaka died. So that is our story. I hope you were able to enjoy and imagine whatever there is when dealing really with spirits and making our wishes, as we put it. We should always be careful of what we wish for. So we continue. Our main character, Mantharaka, as mentioned in the first slide, is really a simpleton. Now you could imagine how simple he views life and how less he thinks. And might as well it hurts, but he was quite a foolish on his way to his doom. Imagine he was given an advice by the barber. He was also given advice by his wife. Unfortunately, he was not able to discern which is better, or perhaps he was just trying to please the person that he loves. But then, the fate of Mantharacka would tell us that he who cannot think for himself will push him into misfortune. Yes, we ask for advice. We listen for advices. We listen to advices. But in the end, it is our own prerogative to act on whatever advice was given us. And therefore, in doing that action or putting the advice into action, we must think really, really well, or else we would end up as fate of that of Mantharaka. That is all for now. I hope you have enjoyed our video and you have picked something that would be helpful to you in your studies. Further, I hope you also have subscribed, liked, and shared our video. Likewise, I would be uploading some more videos that I hope would be helpful as we help each other heal through this pandemic. So keep safe, everyone. I hope to meet you again in the next upload in our Lit Meet. Take care.